All right, so this video is essentially to basically give you an idea of how I would normally progress through an actual live game section. To some degree, our explanation videos, you might sometimes find that they seem like the process is too long, but that's mostly because we're really going into detail, really kind of spelling out our thinking, kind of step by step by step. So this is essentially to give you an idea of how all of this ends up happening sort of live. Now, this is going to be from a section that I haven't seen before. This is from PrepTest 94, which was just recently released. Well, as of this recording anyway. So this is as close as it'll get to how I would approach a real section. Since I'm going to be focused on just doing the section itself, though, you're probably not going to get too much narration or any sort of detailed explanation for why exactly I'm doing things the way that I am. I'll try to narrate here and there, but no promises, that's not going to be my focus, but we're still going to put out a more proper set of explanation videos for these games that you can use kind of for that purpose. Otherwise, for copyright purposes, we're going to have to blur out the actual game stimulus, so you're going to need your own copy of PrepTest 94 to make sense of what's going on here. And otherwise, I suppose, yeah, let's do this. All right, so game one, let's take a look. There's a lot going on here. So there's 4 levels of security badges, and they're assigning people to them. So I suppose it's a bit of a grouping game. We can set it up based on the levels, but we have to deal with types of employees too. So I guess let's lay this out. Now the elements themselves, we have GH, WYZ. And okay, so these guys are recent, these guys are experienced, and we also know that W and Z are managers. So I suppose I'll just add another subscript to these guys. So W and Z are managers, nobody else is. Okay, cool. I don't think there's anything else we can do here. There's no minimums. Okay, let's go. Every manager must be assigned to a badge of higher security level than any badge assigned to a non-managerial. So I guess we can say that managers have to be higher than non-managers. Every experienced employee must be assigned the badge of a higher security level than any recent hire. So the experienced guys have to be higher than the recents. So wait a minute, that means that we can take a step further. We know the recents FGH are at the bottom of the totem pole, and then we're going to have the Y, and then we're going to have W and Z, because we know Y is experienced but not a manager, and these guys are experienced managers. So that's pretty good. We still have some flexibility though, but okay, let's go. The questions themselves. What could be the complete setup? So I suppose we know FGH have to be lower than everybody. So let's run through the answer choices. So for example, A is out because G can't be the same as Y. B, F, G, they can't be the same as Y. Y and Z can't be the same. This is legit. We can hold on to D, it's probably going to be correct. And W has to be ahead of or above Y, so that's out. So next, number 2 is local. Let's go. If none of the employees is assigned, so if there's no level 1 badges, so that's an easy pickup. We know that the setup's just going to be FGH, Y, W, Z. That locks everybody in place. Which of the following must have a level 3? And that is Y. Best answer is D. If exactly 2 of the recent hires are level 2s, so if we have 2 level 2 badges, what does that tell us? Now, it's exactly 2. So first of all, I suppose we could have FGH all in one. Oh, no, wait, we can't. So if we put FGH all in one, then Y would be with one of the experienced guys or the manager. So that means that we're going to have basically 2 of FGH here, and then the third is going to be here. Y, W, and Z are going to go here. Nice. So the question, what could be true? F is higher than G. Yeah, these guys can kind of shuffle. W is higher. Nope, they're together. Nobody is a 1. Nope, nobody is a 3. Nope, nobody's a 4. No, done. Next. If nobody is a level 4, so if there's no level, well, that's an easy pickup. We know that F, G, and H are locked. Y, W, Z. The question asks what must be true. H gets nope. Y gets 3. Nope. F is different than G. Nope. F is different than H. Nope. Y is this. Done. Next. Which of the following, ooh, these are fun. So we're replacing the rule that says that every experienced person has to have higher than a recent guy. So basically this rule right here. So I suppose, let's go. Y has to be a higher than any recent higher. Oh yeah, that works. That gets the job done. Cool, yes, that's awesome, because we already know that Y is going to have to go below the other guys because of the first rule, so that takes care of it. Just in case though, every manager must be a badge higher. Actually, no, I'm just going to bookmark this just in case, but I'm pretty confident. So, onwards. A student takes exactly 1 6-semester course. 6 one-semester courses. Each course is so they take all 4, all 6, and okay, so just a straight in and out game with groups 1 and 2, easy enough. G, H, L, M, P, R. And all of them have to be taken. I don't think we have any space in here. So let's go. Student takes math and physics together. Oh, that's always fun. So these guys are... it is not the case that they take both physics and religion. Jesus. So basically P and R can't both go into 2. So I guess between P and R, minimum 1 in semester 1. So we can reserve a space here. And if that's a P, I guess we can also grab an M, but it doesn't have to be. And we could have all of them too. So cool. Next. If they take history in 2, so if we have H2, then they take G and L in 1. Okay. Let's split this. So if they take G or L in 2, then they'll have to take H1. So that means that we can grab a pairing. We can say one G is going to go here. And this doesn't interrelate. So anyways, if the student takes math and geology in 1, oh boy, so if we have M and G both in 1, then L2. So if L1, then M, it's an ugly M, M2 or G2. We can't split that, so that's, I suppose we can say that M, this basically just translates into saying that M, G, and L can't all go into 1. So one of them is going to have to go into 2 at the very least. Maybe that's something, but that seems like a bit of a dead end. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how much more we can do with this. Let's go. So the questions, what could be a complete setup of the game? So first rule, M and P have to be together. A is good, B is good, C is good, D is good, E is not. That's out. Next, we have to have at least one of P or R in 1. So that's fine. A is P or, no, that's not fine. So we can get rid of answer choice A. Actually, let's just make sure they can't both go into 2, right? That was the rule. It's fine. Next, if they take history in 2, then G, L in 1. So if we have H2, so we have that here, then G and L in 1, that's legit. If we have H2, ooh, no, that's not going to work. We're supposed to have G in 1. So that doesn't work. And lastly, or actually, if she takes H2 GL, that's fine. If they take math and so MG in 1, which that's true for D, then they have to take L2, which it's not, so that's out. And answer choice B, that doesn't apply because we don't have MG1. So best answer is B. I guess let's just kind of plug that in briefly. GLR, HMP. Next. Oh. Number 8. If the student takes geology in 2, then each of the following could, well, okay, so if we have geology in 2, what does that tell us? So right away, that triggers H1, which is nice. Which doesn't do much more there. Kind of a dead end, isn't it? I suppose we can bring in the stuff that we know. We still have to have at least one of P or R over here, and we've taken care of the MGL. And the last rule is not useful because we can't even trigger it anymore. So that's okay. So the question is, what cannot be true? 2 courses in 1. Can they take exactly 2 in 1? Can we just have H and R? Maybe, I think so. Can we take exactly 4 courses in 1? That also kind of seems okay-ish. There's very little restriction on. The student takes history in 2. Oh, that's not going to happen. There it is. So best answer is C. That cannot be true. Next, let's find locals. Number 10. If the student takes physics and religion in the same semester as each other. So if P and R are together, what does that tell us? Well, they have to be in 1 because they can't both be in 2. So we have to have P and R both in 1. M is going to follow along because they're together. Can we do more? I don't see much more. Well, I mean, we know that we have to still drag in kind of these guys over here. So we can say H or G still has to be in 1. That's something. And one of M, G, or L. Oh, wait, hang on. It's not M. So I guess one of G or L still has to go into 2. Okay, screw it. Let's go. The question asks, which of the following could the student take in 2? Well, they definitely can't take P, R, or M. P, R, or M are out of the question. So G and H are in play. Why couldn't they take either one of these? Which of the following could they take in semester 2? Let's just kind of run H2. If we put H2, then that would just mean that we'll have to have G in 1, and then M and G will have to go M1, G1 triggers L2, which seems okay, doesn't it? M and P are together, P and R are together. Oh no, that does not seem okay, because if we have H2, then we'll have to have L1 as well, so that's not going to fly. So yeah, that cannot happen. So G could go into 2. Done. Number 11, if the student takes literature in 1, let's go. If we have L1, so I guess that rule doesn't do, but we have to have one of M or G in 2. Can we do anything else? We still have to have one of P or R in 1, but that's kind of useless right now. Yeah, I'm not sure what we can do with this. Hey, that's enough. The question asks, what now must happen? Oh, I suppose we can take one more step. I guess we know that between H and G, one of them will have to end up in 1 still. So that's something, I suppose. But yeah, okay. So the question is, what must happen? Oh, does anything have to happen? Okay. I don't see why A, B, or C would have to. Answer choice D, the student takes at least 3 courses in 1. Oh, maybe. Do we? Because we have to have an H or a G there, and we do still have to have one of P or R. So there it is. We have to have at least 3 courses in semester 1. At most 3 courses. I'm not sure that's true, because we can have P and R there just as easily. And we can throw in an M for good measure too, so no. Back to the globals. Which of the following could be a complete and accurate list of the courses that the student takes in semester number 1? So it can be a complete setup for 1. Okay, let's go. Could we just have H? Well, no, we know that there's at least two things there. Can we have G and R? Can that be complete? Maybe. We haven't seen that. But is there anything wrong with having G and R just be the complete list in one? Oh, wait, no, that's not going to fly, because if we still basically have to have the one of H or L in one as well. It's not going to... can we have L and M both in one and be complete? No, because we have to have one of P or R. Can we have GMR? We haven't seen that. GMR. No, because M drags into P, so that's not going to fly. Can we have GHLR? GHLR. Well, we have a scenario. Could we have run the H in one instead over there? Is there anything wrong with that? Because H1 doesn't trigger anything, and there's no... Yeah, that seems fine. I don't see any issues. And we kept everything else. Let's go. Next, number 9. Which of the following could be the only course in semester number 2? What could go in number 2 alone? Well, it has to be one of MGL, because one of them has to be there. So that's... we can cross off anything that's not an M, G, or L. And then that leaves us with L and M. And between L and M... M dragged in P, so that's not going to work. So L, done. Next, number 12. Which of the following could be the order? The game. Okay, straight sequencing. This is very unexciting. Let's take a look. We have 6, 2, 6. The elements themselves, F, G, H, K, L, Y. L, Y. Let's go. Library has to go before G, so L before G. G is before H. Ooh, okay, this is getting good. G is before H, and H is before Y. Oh, beautiful. Hardware store cannot be immediately next to the K, so I suppose I'll just do it. H and K cannot be next to each other in any capacity, and F cannot be immediately next to Y. Okay. So towards the end, we're getting a little bit tighter. So for example, I don't think we can do the H in 3, can we? Because if we run H in 3, then you're going to have LGH, and then some of these guys are going to be next to each other. Actually, no, that's not true. You could have H3, and I suppose you could put K5, and then Y could be then separated. No, never mind. I take that back. I don't... Okay, screw it. No, I'll just run with what I have. Which of the following could be the first to last setup? So let's go. L, G, H, Y in sequence, right? L before G. So A is good, B is good, C is good, D is good, E is good. Just in case, G before H and H before Y. Yeah, so G, H, Y basically. No, that doesn't work. G, H, Y, that's fine. 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 Okay, that's kind of curious. That usually doesn't go that way. H and K can't be next to each other, so B's out. C looks legit. H is fine. And H and K are separated. Okay, and then F and Y cannot be consecutive. So that's out. And, oh yeah, wait, no. That's also okay. F and Y are separated. F and Y are separated. Let's just double check that first set of rules. Fuck. Hello, there's an opportunity. So L is immediately before G. That is potentially a huge mistake. Okay, so we have to have an LG block. And then G is before. Let me just make sure I got the rest right. G is before at some point and H is earlier than. Okay, I think the rest is fine. So LG, that would get rid of answer choice D, and then E is correct. Oof. Let's just plug that in just in case. We have an LG, we have an H, Y, K, and F. Now, can I do anything more with the fact that I put it together? No, I don't think we can do anything else regardless. So anyways, question number 13. If G is immediately before K, so if we happen to have a GK block, so now it's LGK, essentially. Oh, and we know that, so H can't follow right after, so we're gonna have to, it's gonna have to be F, because Y has to go even later, so that's not gonna, so we're gonna have to have an F over here. And then H and Y, oh, well, I guess they're gonna have to go in sequence, so we know everything. F, it's L, G, K, F, H, Y. Let's go. The question asks what must be true. F1, no. L2, no. K3, yes, that's true. Just in case. H4, no. And Y5, no. Next. No, there's no locals, so I guess let's go in sequence. 4 cannot be what? What cannot go forth? Well, I've seen Y and F go forth, so we can get rid of this, we can get rid of this. Could L? Well, no, L definitely can't go into 4. Is that an option? Damn. Can G go 4? That one's actually pretty safe, isn't it? Because if we run G into 4, then I would just have HY to follow, and then there's no real issues with the rest of the guys. Can I have H in 4? Well, maybe that's going to run into problems, because if H is in 4, then K cannot go anywhere next to him. Actually, let's just run it. If we put H into 4, we're going to have to put the LG will have to go into 2 and 3, because otherwise there's no way for the K to find a workable space. Actually, I'm not even sure that's true, but let's just work this out as is. We can't do F and Y in 5 and 6, but we can do Y in, we can put F into 1, Y over here, and K into there. That seems legit, doesn't it? Oh, it's the K, isn't it? Yeah, of course. Because if you put K into 4, I'm guessing that H doesn't have any space to go. Because H can't go into 3, H can't go into 5, but it can't go later or earlier. There it is. K cannot go into the 4th position. Number 15, what would lock down the game? F3. If we placed F3, we haven't seen that yet, would that be enough? Well, it would lock down the LG, wouldn't it? That's kind of nice. Actually, maybe let's just run that. If we placed, what was it, the F and 3, that would force LG. Now, Y couldn't go into F anyways. And in terms of the H, we have to separate the H and the K. But we can't put H last. So the only way to do that is to put H into 4. And K is going to have to go into 6, which means Y gets into 5. There it is, done. I don't want to disprove the other ones, though. Let's just bookmark it just in case. Next, K has to go last if, so what would lock K into last? F1. Now, to be fair, we've had one scenario where F was 1 and K wasn't 6, but would that really force it, though? Actually, maybe. If we put F into 1, where could the LG block go? Because can we do the LG into 3 and 4? Actually, no, we could easily. You could run the K early, and then there's no problem. And then everybody else can just chill down here. So, no, that doesn't block anything. L2, would that be enough to lock K last? If we do L2, I suppose the question becomes, well, why couldn't you put the K into 1 then? Because the F can go 4 and Y can go last. I don't see why. G3, well, that's identical to B, so we can get rid of that. That's actually a nice pickup. H4, can we do H4? If we do H4, would that lock K last? Well, K wouldn't be able to go into 3 or 5. and, oh, wait, okay, I think this might work, because if we put h into 4, the thing is, f and y can't both go into 5 and 6, so y has to be somewhere over there, so f is going to have to chill over here with the LG block and y, and then to separate h and k, you'll have to have, oh, sorry, that wasn't supposed to be a y, that's an f, and then y is going to have to go there, and k is going to go 6. Done. Best answer is D. Next, number 17. Let's take a look. So, 6 looks. So looks like this is just in and out. Are they or are they not purchased? Let's go. So we have L, M, P, R, S, and T. 6 elements. Okay, so if we have L and M, then we have to have P, L, and M, then P. So if we don't have P, then we don't have L, or we don't have an M. If we have P or S, okay, so a P or an S, then R is out. We might be able to interconnect. So an R then kicks out P and kicks out S. And I guess we can say one of, at the very least, P or R has to be out. If tragedy is out, then both T, then both M and R are in. Okay, so wait, we can, if we don't have T, we'll have to have an R, and we'll have to have an M. So that means that if we don't have R, then we'll have to have T, and likewise, if we don't have an M, we'll have to have T. And this rule is still kind of messy. So this is independent. If we have L and M, we'll feed into a T, into a P. Oh, no, never mind. Anyways, I'll probably leave that be. So let's go, the questions. Oh, wait, hang on. We can also do another placeholder. We can say one of R or T has to be in. Forgot about you. And can I do an extended one? No, I don't think so. Okay, so what could be a complete setup? So first rule, if we have L and M, we have to have a P. So that doesn't do anything, does it? Because there's no scenario in which we have L. Oh, no, there is E. L and M, we're supposed to have a P as well. That gets rid of E. Next, if we have a P or an S, then we'll have to have no R. So if P or S, A is fine. P or S, then we don't have an R, but that's fine. P with R is not going to work. P is supposed to kick out. So if we don't have a T, then we have to have M and R. So if we don't have a T, so A, then we're supposed to have both M and R. That doesn't work. B, we have a T, so we're good. C, we don't have a T, and we're supposed to have both M and R. We have M, but there's no R, so the best answer is that one. So we have L and T on the inside, and then who's left on the outside? M, P, R, S. So let's go. Number 18. If the collector purchases exactly 2, so if we have exactly 2 in, ooh, that's good. That means that we're going to have exactly 4 out. So what's going to cause problems? So I guess L and M can't both be in because that would drag in P. So that's already, I think we know one of L or M is definitely going to be out. So I suppose that's something. I'm not sure what more we can do though, because nothing overloads the game. Nothing seemingly overloads. If we don't have, well, you know what, hang on. We have to have one of R or T in for sure. But still, If T was out, then we'll have to have R and M, and that's still okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing what we can do. What must be true? M, I don't think I know A, B, or C. That's not certain. L and M are not, oh, there it is. Yeah, L and M are not both purchased. That's true. Next, number 19. If the book collector purchases neither the play nor the science fiction book, so if both P and S are out, what does that tell us? That's a dead end on over there. Okay, so if P is out, I guess we have this. We know that L or M must be out as well, so we have to kick out one more of L or M. Now, beyond that, I don't see much more we can do. I guess, again, we know one of R or T is in. P or R, it's already taken care of. Yeah, I don't know. Let's take a look at what cannot be true. R is in. I don't see why not. T is out. I don't see why not. Exactly one book is in. Maybe? Could we have just one in? It would have to be. It could be T. Could T be in alone? I think so. Exactly 3 books are in. And can we have exactly 3 in? Exactly. No, that's not going to happen. There it is. Because we have at least 3 out. So there we cannot have exactly 4. Which of the following, if true, would lock down the game? If the book collector purchases the mystery. So let's take a look. If M is in, what does that tell us? God damn it, absolutely nothing, right? That's kind of a dead end. What must be true? Jeez. If M is in, I mean, we have an L then P rule at this point. But can we do more than that? I'm not sure what more we can do. This seems pretty open. If they do purchase the mystery, there's no spacing restrictions. I guess let's bring down what we know. What if T or R has to be in? It's probably got to do something with the L and P. And we still have to have one of P or R at the very least. But, oh, I suppose, okay, of course, I should have looked at the answers. At least 2 books are purchased. Yes, we have to have at least 2 because we still have to have at least one of T or R. Done. Next, number 22. If they purchase the play, if P is in, then R is out, and then T is going to be in. Anything else we can do here? Between L and P, P is already in, so that's useless. I don't think there's much more. So the question now asks, which of the following must happen? T is purchased, done. Next, 23. If the collector purchases the romance novel, so if R happens to be in, then what happens? Then P is going to be out, S is going to be out. Anything else we can do? L and P are still open. I suppose one of T or M still has to go in. And then we're just left with, oh, but wait, P is out, so one of L or M will have to be out, or maybe even both, so that's flexible. Okay, so the question asks what could be true. Both L and M are in. No, one of them is going to be out. Exactly 3 are in. Maybe, that seems okay. Exactly 4, no, because 3 are out. The play is purchased, definitely not. Science fiction, definitely not. So exactly 3 books. I suppose, yeah, we could have the other of L or M with T. Next, number 20. Here we go. Which of the following would lock down the game? So, let's go. The R is out. Well, no, we've seen scenarios where R was out, and that, like this over here, that didn't lock the game. So I don't think that. The T is out. That would do a lot of damage. Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. If T is out, it pretty much triggers this whole thing. So R in, M in, P out, S out. And now we're just left with L. Except wait, if P is out, which it is, then one of L or M will have to be out, but M is in, so L gets kicked. Done. Best answer is B. Let's just quickly take a look back at the ones that this is probably not enough time to really meaningfully do much though. So the first game, what would sub out the rule, right? That an experienced guy, is ahead of a recent hire. Every answer choice B, every manager must be assigned a badge of a higher security than any badge. That's true, but it doesn't get the job done. Because we're concerned with really why. Each experienced employee must be assigned a 3 or a 4. That's true, but it leaves open that FGH can also get a 3 or a 4. If nobody is assigned to 1, again, that's true. If nobody's in 1, then FGH would have gotten locked into 2. But if somebody is assigned to 1, this doesn't tell us anything. E, if nobody gets a level 4 badge, if nobody, then FGH are all level 1. Again, that's true, but that only tells us what happens if nobody gets a 4. And on top of that, this still leaves open that FGH could be in 1 together with somebody else. So yeah, we're good. And for 10 seconds, now we're not going to be able to double check this one, but I'm pretty confident. All right, here goes. Let's see how this went. Still hidden, unlock, 23 out of 23. We did it. All right, so essentially, I suppose that's how we would have approached this game. If some of that process wasn't quite clear, that's probably reasonable considering the fact that, that wasn't quite the intent. But yeah, we'll put out some videos explaining the actual games in detail, and just keep an eye out for those.